be a little nerdy as a boy. We have a big basement, and there have a lot of Legos, building big constructions in Lego. Maybe when I get a new package, then I was following the instructions, but then everything was, you could say, coming into one pile of building blocks. I was making very big railway tracks, and also some, you could say, a theme park. When I was studying in high school, of course, still it was math and physics, which was my main driver. I liked that. So I was actually considering to go in and study physics and mathematics on a more theoretical level. So I was trying that, but found out that was way too theoretical. Maybe, yeah, for me, so I was going back to solve real problem in some way. Sometimes engineers maybe too much just construct. I also would like to understand. The wind turbine story is some way, I would call that a success story. I was starting my study working with sustainable energy. You're using oil to make polymers, and then you're using glass fiber, and you combine that, then you are making a construction which can produce energy. So it's really an efficient way to build something using a small amount of energy, get much more out. So the reason that we can make wind energy so cheap now is due to the upscaling. That starts with the blades. So in order to make a bigger turbine, then you need to make longer blades. To make longer blades, then you must have stiffer material. When we come to large structure, you're making a turbine blade and show that it works. So if it's not working, then you really have a problem. So you need to be on top of all, you could say, uncertainty. So we do a lot of tests, and then in some way we have two parallel paths. We have the modeling and testing. Modeling in itself is, I would say, more or less worthless if it cannot be covered up by experimental measurements. Because you can dive into a failure mechanism, but that failure mechanism may not be relevant in a real material. When you are in some way starting using your software, there should be a reason for shifting that software. And if you don't have that reason, then you will not do that. We are sticking to Abacus because it can capture what we are aiming for. The reason I've been a champion it's a main, you could say, tool for me. So it was obvious that I would like to influence the capability for Abacus. If this is a tool you're using a lot, then this is a possibility to you could say, get a little more in-depth information about the tool. Then I think it's a really good opportunity as a champion. The future for wind energy, I would say, is a lot of growth. In some way, we are raising the ground level for knowledge in that field.